Hey everyone, I'm Nick and welcome to the channel. Today we're checking out the Getcartablet Pro Max, which is a universal Android Auto and Apple CarPlay screen that you can use to upgrade any car. So let's get into it. Now you may have seen other universal Android Auto and Apple CarPlay screens, but this one's got a little extra. This one has a Dashcam built in. So if you don't already have a Dashcam, this will add wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, a Dashcam up front, and a rear camera too. So here we have the screen, nice wide size. We've got our inputs here. We have USB-C port for power, video in for the rear camera, micro SD card slot, and an aux output. The aux output is actually one of multiple ways that you can get audio out of this unit, so we'll check those out too. Also peel the film off the lens. Oh, and then on the top we have a little button, and this camera can be angled to position it based on where you install this in your car. As we go further in, we've got a couple more things. We've got a little manual with some instructions on how to set it up, how to mount it, which we'll go over. Now, in addition to wireless Android Auto and wireless Apple CarPlay, you can do screen mirroring for both of those as well. So that is nice. Here we have our power adapter, 12-volt adapter with a USB port on the other side, so you can still charge your device while you're using your new screen. USB-C port on the end, and with the right angle too, that's nice, so it won't stick out. So once you plug it in, it'll just come straight down. We've got an aux cable. It's got some good length, that's good. We've got two mounting options, one right here with a suction cup, which can be angled this way or this way. It's also got a lever for the suction cup right here, but it's also sticky, so it'll help stick to almost any surface. Now, if you want a more permanent install, there's this one that can be either screwed into or mounted with an adhesive to your dash, and that'll let you angle it up and down. And on both of these mounts, we've got these hooks, and they just slot in here, and then you would pull the unit down and lock it in. Now this suction cup mount also has length adjustment and a ball at the end to angle it where you want. And last but not least, we have a rear camera. So we'll check this out as well. Now we have the camera right here with its plug, and then on the extension we have a plug that matches. That allows you to mount this inside or outside the car. And then on the extension we have a 4-pin jack that goes to the unit, and a little red wire. And what this red wire does is if you connect it to the 12-volt wire for your reverse lights, it will automatically turn the camera on the screen, so you can use it as a backup camera. So that's pretty cool. Now, before we go install this in the car, I want to talk about the 4 ways you can get audio out of this unit. Number 1 is the built-in speakers. So if your car has a sound system that's broken for some reason, but you still want to have audio, this will play out of its own speakers. Number 2 is the aux cable. We've got the aux port right here that I mentioned earlier, so you can just plug the extension into your car and you're good to go. Number 3, which makes it really convenient because any car with a functioning radio can use this method. This has a built-in FM transmitter, so you could tune this to a channel, match it on your car's radio, and then have audio over the radio. So if it's an older car that doesn't have an aux input, you can use that. And we'll test that out. And the last one, if you have a more modern car that has Bluetooth audio, there's actually a setting that allows you to connect your phone to the car for audio, but to the unit for wireless Android Auto or wireless Apple CarPlay, which is really nice. All right, so with the unboxing out of the way, let's get into a car and test this out. Okay, so now we're in the car and we're gonna install the screen. So the first thing we're gonna do is plug in the 12-volt adapter, pop that in, and then we'll plug in the power right here at the bottom. There we go. Should power on. There we go, it's powering on. Okay, no memory card, that makes sense. And now we can mount it. So I'm gonna pull the cover off here. Keep this on hand if you wanna put it back on later. And we're gonna mount it over here. There we go, looks good. All right, see here we have 2 main screens. So we've got some shortcuts AirPlay, Miracast, Bluetooth music, car record if you put a micro SD card in, CarPlay, Android Auto, and audio output. So audio out is your settings. Currently it's on speaker for the built-in speakers. You got CarPlay/auto. This is the one where you connect your phone to the car's Bluetooth. Connect to this via Bluetooth for just the display for CarPlay and Android Auto. You got an FM transmitter, which we'll test later, and aux output. Let's start with speaker. We also have a volume setting here, brightness setting, and settings. We got recording time for loops, so it'll record dashcam footage in loops of 1, 3, or 5 minutes. And that way it'll add files as you record, and if your micro SD card gets full, it'll delete the oldest clips automatically so you never run out of space. You can choose to record audio, a couple of other things like driving position, reverse line adjustment, and yeah. Alright, so I've adjusted the mounting point because I didn't place the suction cup in a good spot. It was kind of on some stitching and it wasn't attaching very well. But I put it on the glass and now it looks nice and sturdy. Now the first thing we're going to do is test out CarPlay. And to do that, we're going to go to Bluetooth and connect to the device F800_ and then letters and numbers. These letters and numbers will be unique to your device. It's right here. So we'll connect to that. And we're in. As you can see, it looks nice and responsive. We've got a little floating button right here for shortcuts to go back home, or adjust the volume, or go to the dash cam. And you can see right here the dash cam, well right now I'm mounted to the windshield so it's a little bit in the way, but as you can see the dash cam can be angled and actually raised up. If you want to use the dash cam, you definitely want to mount this to your dashboard so it's not in the way. You get some adjustment. You may remount it later and go for a drive. You can actually move the little button there. So yeah, you get your classic Apple CarPlay. You can change your appearance, your wallpaper, all normal settings you can go into. So very convenient. Let's put on a song. There we go. So that's the built-in speaker. Now, say you want to disconnect from CarPlay to connect to something else. You can actually turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth on your phone, and it will automatically disconnect. Next, let's try Android Auto. So same thing, you go into your Bluetooth settings, find this here, hit pair, and now we're in Android Auto. And as you can see, all the compatible apps that are installed on your phone will show up in here as well. Same thing. There we go. We go back home and we're going to switch back to CarPlay. Now if you want to use AirPlay, there's the information here for the Wi-Fi and the password. For Miracast, same thing. Bluetooth music is if you only want to stream music over Bluetooth to the display. You can do that. And Wi-Fi video is to access your dashcam clips using your phone. Now let's go back into music and we're going to switch over to the aux output. So for aux, you're going to want your aux cable plugged into your car and plugged in over here. There we go. I'm actually in aux mode on my car already. Now let's go back to our home menu and we're going to switch to the FM transmitter. So here we want to match an open channel on both. So once you find a frequency that's open on the channels, you can match it up, and now we have the audio playing clearly. So that's really nice. So there we go. That works really well. Now what I also want to try is the rear camera. So we're going to connect this to the unit. And now that it's plugged in, you can see it right here. So it'll automatically grab footage from both when they're both plugged in. You can see both at the same time, one or the other or both. And as you can see, the way it mounts is with this towards the top. So there we go. Now if you want to take screenshots or things like that, you will need a memory card installed, and it should auto record if you have a memory card in. You can hit this for record, hit this to lock a clip, hit this for playback, toggle the microphone on and off. It's whatever your preference is. Then if you want to use this as a backup camera as well, it's like I mentioned earlier in the unboxing, you would wire this to the 12-volt supply for the reversing light, and that would send a signal to the unit to automatically turn this on to fill the screen to show you the view out of the back of the car. So, just good to know. And last but not least, let's test how fast this reconnects. Because if you leave this mounted in your car, you want to know how fast it's going to connect to your phone automatically when you turn on your car. So, let's try that out. I'm going to turn the car off, automatically shuts off, turn it back on. And we're in. That was in real time. So as you can see, quick connection, jump right back into where we were. So that's great. Awesome. I've repositioned the mount to a flatter surface on my dash, and as you can see, while the unit is slightly offset, there is an angle adjustment on the camera, so we can adjust it there. We'll be good to go test it. And here's what the dash cam footage looks like. The wobble is because of how I mounted it with the suction cup arm extended all the way. And here is the rear camera. The line you see towards the top is from the defroster. So that's the Getcartablet Pro Max. It's a really nice addition to any car, especially since you can install it on any car, and the fact that it also adds a dash cam is a really nice plus. If you want to get one for yourself, I'll leave links in the video description, and I want to say a big thank you to GetCarTablet for sending me this unit to review. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. If you want to see more videos like this, or you want to watch me work on cars, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.